Hi, welcome to Francis Ford Coppola Winery. My name is Tim Bodell, the chef here, and I'm pleased to be joined by Andrea, one of our incredible winemakers here on property. We are creating some really exciting barbecued or grilled recipes to pair with some incredible diamond wines over here to celebrate all things summer and backyard barbecues. So thanks for being here, Andrea.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to have the wines and especially to taste your food.
Yeah, it's going to be great. These wines are fantastic. And we have our chicken legs, which have been marinated in some fresh squeezed lemon juice, our estate olive oil, and some fresh herbs, in this case rosemary, but feel free to use whatever herb that you like. We're going to season the chicken with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to place it onto our preheated grill. So here we go. We have our chicken all nicely seasoned up.
Okay, so today we are pairing our red blend, Diamond Collection red blend, with our chicken. So great for grilling any type of meat, really, with this wine. But this wine is a really rich and alluring type of wine. It isn't a classic Bordeaux blend. It is based with Petit Verdot as being the base, some Alicante Bouschet, some Cabernet, a little of this, a little of that, trying to make it the perfect blend. And so it's nice and dark coloring.
It's beautiful, thank you.
And on the nose, you're gonna get things like blackberries and some really nice seasoned oak. And then in the flavor, hopefully you're going to get some really rich depth of berries and cherries and some vanilla off of the oak. And a nice long rich finish.
Wow.
So I think this wine pairs really nicely with any type of food, but grilled meats is really a good option.
Yeah, it's going to be a great pairing.
So cheers.
What we have is just a lemon that we've cut in half, and we're just going to drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, just so it doesn't stick, or a lot of olive oil.
A little or a lot.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Can't have too much olive oil, right? You know, if you pick up a piece of chicken, it's got some give to it. Now, the longer you cook the chicken and the closer it gets to being to that internal temperature of 165 degrees that we go for, is you'll actually notice that the texture of the meat is starting to firm up, and it won't give as much when you push against it. So I can tell right here that chicken is not quite cooked because it still has a little give to it. So we want to make sure that chicken reaches that temperature of 165 degrees so it's safe to eat. Okay, so now that our chicken is just about finished, we're going to check on these lemons, and they're looking perfectly caramelized and charred. So what happens is all the natural sugars from these lemons caramelize, and it makes this really wonderful flavor, sweet and sour, a little bit bitterness from the caramelization there. So that's kind of what we're going for. So we just take potatoes like this from your grocery store, we wash them, we dry them, and we put them in a pot just covered with enough water, and then season with a little bit of salt. And we slowly bring that water up to a simmer, and we simmer them for about 5 minutes. We don't want them to be completely soft, but we want them to start getting a little tender. So they've already been tossed in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. As you can see, they have a little bit of sheen to them. We're going to season them with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to place them onto our grill. With all grilling, it's so nice to have some char, this development of flavor, and it really goes well with red wine like you were saying. So here we go, here are our potatoes. Yeah, I think we're just about there, but the chicken's done. And then the last step of this dish is we're going to grill some spinach. So that's what we have here in the bowl. We're just going to season that with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just like so. Now you don't want to season this spinach with a lot of salt because it really shrinks down, so take it easy on the salt. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and then we're going to bring it right over here to our grill. Once you put it on the grill, you don't really want to mess with it much. You want the caramelization to happen on that spinach. So once you start seeing it wilt like this, the spinach is pretty much ready to go. So you can see as I start gathering it up like this, you'll see that really beautiful caramelization on the spinach. Rarely do you get to experience it with this caramelization, so it makes for a really fun backyard barbecue side. So now that this is nicely cooked, just like so, we're going to remove this. So we're going to cut the chicken. Now we're going to cut it right between the leg and the thigh, just like so. So we're going to place this chicken onto the plate like so. Arrange a few of these grilled potatoes. And maybe a nice pile of this delicious, beautiful charred spinach. And then serve it with a side of that grilled lemon.
Okay, well, Chef Tim, this looks amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I'm very excited about the char on everything.
Yeah.
I think the chicken with the juiciness of the chicken and the juiciness of this red blend will really be a nice blend together. And that char of that lemon squeezed over everything, I think that acidity will play really nicely with how lush and spicy this wine is. So thank you.
All right, can't wait to try it.
Cheers.
Cheers.